from Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Live hurricane coverage starts right now.
It is 12:35 p.m. and we have a new tornado warning in effect for southern Baldwin County in one of the outer feeder bands of Hurricane Ida that has just made landfall in the southern part of Louisiana. Good Sunday afternoon to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Big call to action at this point. Possible tornado very near Alberta moving to the northwest. If you are in Foley, Fairhope, Daphne, Loxley, areas near Spanish Fort, or Magnolia Springs, Silver Hill, or Summerdale, Robertsdale, all those areas, the main population centers in southern Baldwin County, you are now involved in an active tornado warning, and this is going to be on the board until, I believe, 1 o'clock. So again, 1 o'clock tornado warning. Here is your mouse, sir. Thank you. Joined alongside executive producer Bruce Thompson this evening. And again, we're calling for southern Baldwin County to take tornado warning precautions due to what could be a serious tornado on the ground. Let's go over to LD2 and I'll show you on velocity quick. Right in through here. There's your tornado. This is going to be very near Alberta, moving off to the northwest. And so this is going to be very near Foley in the next 3 to 4 minutes. If you are in Foley, we need you to take action to protect your life and property there in southern Baldwin County. And this tornado warning was just issued by the Weather Service in Mobile. And again, this is on the board. I said 1 o'clock. It's actually 1:15. So again, this is in effect until 1:15. We're going to talk to you about who's in and who's out in terms of this tornado warning. But again, got to get out our app alert very quickly. Tornado warning till 1 p.m. for much of southern Baldwin County. And again, the possible tornado is actually very near Alberta at this point. And we're going to talk extensively about that right now. So first thing I want to do, let's go over to the watch warning map. And Baldwin County is the largest county. Let's go back over to LV1. Largest county by area in the state of Alabama. But this polygon is specifically for southern Baldwin County. And so if I call your community or your hometown out, I need you to get to your tornado safe place right now. Foley, Alberta, Summerdale, Robertsdale, Silver Hill, Fairhope, Daphne, Montrose, Magnolia Springs, Barnwell, Clay City, also areas near Loxley involved in this tornado warning that's valid until 1:15 p.m. That means if you are at Gulf Shores or Fort Morgan, this has nothing to do with you. The tornado risk is clearly going to be to your north. Same thing in Bay Minette, Stockton, also areas out here near Gateswood. The threat is to your south. If you are at Stapleton, the warning's to your south. Same thing at Elsinore, the warning is to your south. Fairhope, back down to Foley. That's going to be the corridor where this possible tornado is. Let's go back over to the velocity view on LD2. Trying to keep those straight this afternoon. It's been a long several hours covering this hurricane. And again, possible tornado is actually going to be right in through here near the US Highway 98 corridor, coming into areas on the north side of Foley. I think that if you're in Foley, the greatest risk of the tornado danger is clearly going to be on the north side of US Highway 98, which is the main east-west drag there. If you go out of Foley going to the west, you'll get to Magnolia Springs, which is involved in this tornado warning. So if you're at Magnolia Springs, you need to make it happen and get to that tornado safe place. But it looks like the greatest danger is going to be right in through here. And so on that trajectory, this could be a big deal for Summerdale, Robertsdale, Silver Hill, which is right here, and also Fairhope ultimately, and even Montrose and Daphne. That's going to be the main corridor for this thing, as that possible tornado that is at Alberta right now continues to move to the northwest. Current time is 12:39 p.m. And this is the only tornado warning that we have on the board this afternoon. We've already had several warnings over the last few hours. Let's go back over to LD1 and I'll show you what's happening across the region real quick before we really hone in on this tornado warning. You've got scattered showers and thunderstorms that continue inland. All of this mess is under severe limits. Lots of lightning and the storms happening near Greenville, Forest Home, and Pineapple in Wilcox County. But again, these are the storms down here in the southern part of our area, and specifically these out over the Gulf of Mexico, about 100 miles south of Pensacola and Destin, that really have our attention. because they are rotating. Again, tornado warning for southern Baldwin County. And if you are involved in this red zone or this tornado warning, we need you to implement the following steps. Let's go over to the graphics and show the folks in Fairhope, Summerdale, Robertsdale, also Silver Hill, Foley, Alberta, areas near Clay City, Magnolia Springs. This is what you need to be doing right now. We want you to get to the lowest floor of a site-built structure. If you can, get underground. You don't have to be underground to survive a tornado, particularly a tropical tornado, which are typically weaker, but not universally. You know, we can have strong tornadoes and hurricanes too. This signature is indicative of a tornado that could be on the ground at this point, and it's moving into areas near Foley and just to the north of Foley near Summerdale. Best possible thing on this list, you know what I'm going to say if you've been watching our coverage for a long time, wear something on your head. That is how most tornado injuries happen, blunt force trauma to the head. So protect your head with a helmet. If you don't have a helmet, put on a cooking pot, right? It sounds funny, but it absolutely can save your life. Again, call to action for Foley, Summerdale, areas near Silver Hill. Back over to LD1, and we'll show you again, this storm is centered in areas just to the east of Foley. Possible tornado is going to be out here over Alberta in this general zone. Let's go back to this product. And let's actually check our NWS chat feed. We have a live link with the National Weather Service. Getting a report from the Weather Service that Dauphin Island, not included in this particular tornado warning, is reporting now sustained tropical storm force winds of 43 miles per hour with gusts up to 59 miles per hour. So again, that's happening over in Mobile County and Dauphin Island down in through here. You're having wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour basically with tropical storm force winds in excess of 39 miles per hour happening in Dauphin Island. And let me stress, even though Ida has made landfall in Louisiana, we are just getting started with this event in South Alabama and Northwest Florida because Ida is going to pivot around and rapidly move to the north over the next several hours. So again, long time to go with this system. And again, the call to action right now is southern Baldwin County. If you are in Alberta, areas near Mifflin, Foley, that's going to be your main corridor right now that's in the most tornado danger. And it appears that this storm seems to be doing what the storm back over near Pensacola did earlier. The circulation is not explicitly moving that much right now, so it may be kind of cycling up and down. You may get a tornado on the ground briefly, and then it goes back up into the clouds and then comes back a minute or two later. That is often the nature of these tropical induced tornadoes. They don't last long, but where they happen, they can produce damage. So again, we encourage everyone in the city of Foley, it does not matter specifically where you are, in the city of Foley, Alabama, to be in your tornado safe place. In addition, Summerdale and Robertsdale, we encourage you to be in a safe place as this possible tornado is going to be moving just like that to the northwest. Are you watching the comments? Do you have anything from southern Baldwin County? This is a very populated area, and thus I would imagine if there's something down, we are going to know fairly quickly, as again, a lot of folks live in this part of Baldwin County where this tornado warning is in effect. Getting some pictures in from the Pensacola airport. That is not involved in this warning. And again, this is a situation where we have a possible tornado very near Alberta. Let's go back over to LD2. This is going to be, I think, our best vantage point on the velocity, if that will load. There we go. So right in through here, that's going to be your possible tornado, basically very near or just to the northeast of Foley, coming into Summerdale. So no doubt about it, the greatest tornado risk in Foley, as we've been saying, is going to be to the north of US Highway 98. And that road runs from Pensacola and Lillian back over to Magnolia Springs, but of course it comes right through downtown Foley, Alabama. So the possible tornado most likely is near there or just to the north. It looks like the core of this circulation center may miss the downtown core part of Foley, but I don't want to rule anyone out because these things can shift so quickly, especially in a hurricane situation like this. possible tornado is moving like that. And so this is going to be an issue for Alabama Highway 59. We are encouraging no travel at this point on Alabama Highway 59 from Loxley all the way back down to Gulf Shores. That's a large stretch of a very prominent road in Baldwin County. Alabama Highway 59 from Loxley all the way down to Gulf Shores. No travel at this point, as there is a considerable threat of a tornado crossing the road somewhere, most likely between Foley and Robertsdale. This also is going to be an issue for Silver Hill, Alabama, which is along Alabama Highway 104 right in through here, basically between Fairhope and Robertsdale. We'll zoom in. Let's go back over to LB1, and I think you'll be able to see this a little bit better. So again, just to paint the picture for you here, possible tornadoes down in through here. Let's take down the banner. There's your possible tornado coming into Summerdale, just like that. And once it crosses Highway 59, it's going to emerge into areas near Silver Hill. Downtown, per se, Silver Hill, Alabama sits right there. All right, you've got the United Bank, you've got the Dollar General right in through there along Alabama Highway 104. Come just a bit to the west of town, you get to that Marathon gas station right there at the intersection of 104. And again, ultimately you get to neighborhoods like Fairhope Falls, areas out here near the Fairhope Walmart, and ultimately, of course, US Highway 98, which is the main drag basically from Magnolia Springs back up to Spanish Fort. And if you're in Spanish Fort right now, you are out of the polygon. So you have no tornado danger at this moment in Spanish Fort, Alabama. But folks in Malbus and at the Eastern Shore Center are included in this tornado warning polygon. And you know the drill. If you are included in the polygon, you need to be taking it seriously and doing something about it to protect yourself, as there is an imminent danger of a potential tornado moving into your area over the next 10 to 20 minutes here across the Eastern Shore region. Let's go back over to the traditional radar, and I tell you what, tornado or not, it is drenching this area with heavy rain. I mean, you've got a ton of heavy rain involved in this outer rain band associated with Hurricane Ida that extends from downtown and really midtown Mobile as well, all the way across Mobile Bay, down here into the Eastern Shore region, all the way back down to Foley. So this is a large outer rain band of Hurricane Ida. And again, the possible tornado is going to be very near Alabama Highway 59 right now, coming into areas near Summerdale. Let's go to the iPad, and I think I'll be able to kind of highlight with the drawing tool exactly where this thing is. That bright spot that you see right there, that's going to be your possible tornado. This is Alabama Highway 59 right here. This is Interstate 10, that darker blue line. And this is Alabama Highway 104 right in through here. And so we encourage no driving at this point on Alabama Highway 59 from Loxley to Gulf Shores. Same thing on 104 from Robertsdale all the way back over to Fairhope. Same thing, no driving from, let's say, Alberta back over to Magnolia Springs on US Highway 98, as there could be, again, a tornado danger specifically coming into the community of Summerdale right now. So if you are at Summerdale, no doubt about it, you need to be implementing that tornado safety plan now, as there could be a tornado moving in from the southeast. Tag someone, text them, call them. I don't care how you get in touch with them. Let them know if you know someone in Summerdale, Alabama. They need to be taking shelter right now. They should have been taking shelter 5 to 10 minutes ago when the warning was issued. But if you're just now seeing this video by chance and you are at Summerdale, Alabama or Silver Hill, Alabama, any part of those two locales, we need you to be taking shelter as a possible tornado is moving in just like that. Let's see if we can see anything else across our region that looks particularly concerning. Let's go back over to LB1, and we do see several concerning storms down here in the Gulf of Mexico. Really nothing else across the land area other than our tornado-warned storm in southern Baldwin County. These outer rain bands of Ida are going to continue to move into our area from the south and from the Gulf of Mexico over the next several hours. Keep in mind that a tornado watch does continue for all parts of Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Alabama, and Washington counties in southwest Alabama, and Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties in northwest Florida involved in that tornado watch, valid until 7 o'clock tonight, and it's because of These rotating thunderstorms down in the Gulf are going to continue to rotate around the large counterclockwise circulation of Hurricane Ida. There's the eye of Ida. We'll zoom in quickly over here because Ida has made landfall. There's Grand Isle, and the center of this eye actually made landfall about 15 miles to the southwest of Grand Isle. And I'll tell you, you see that gray color, which is indicative of land areas. This is not land. This is bayou, marshy, swamp down in through here in southern Louisiana. And so I say that to say, you may not get that rapid weakening that you're accustomed to seeing in landfalling hurricanes because this is not true dry land. This is wet, marshy, just swampland in through here, south of New Orleans. And so Ida may not weaken very much due to the warm bayous of southern Louisiana. But again, we are here because of this. This is an active tornado warning that's valid until 1:15 local time. So we've got about 24 more minutes on this thing due to a possible tornado that is coming into Summerdale. Let's go back over to the iPad and you'll see right here, that's your possible tornado. And this is about to be on top of Summerdale and Robertsdale. If you're at Robertsdale, you need to be sheltered. Got a new polygon update there. And let's see who we can give an all clear to at this point. If you're at Alberta, you're now out of the polygon. If you're at Alberta, Alabama, you can come out of that tornado warning hiding place and you can go about your lives. There's nothing to worry about in this moment. You may get more tornado warnings later in Alberta in southern Baldwin County, but again, the tornado risk has clearly emerged up here in areas near Summerdale, coming into Robertsdale and Silver Hill right here over the next 5 minutes. Let's give it 2 more minutes in Foley, and we'll give you an all clear. In fact, on the south side, if you live south of US Highway 98, we'll give you an all clear. So south of US Highway 98 in southern Baldwin County, we can give you an all clear. This tornado warning never included any part of the Alabama beach areas. And so again, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, you are A-OK for now. This possible tornado is now up here near Summerdale and Robertsdale. And we actually just got another polygon update. Let's go to LD2 to show that, because we can give you now a full all clear in the city of Foley. North and south side of Foley, Alabama, you're in the clear. So if you have a Foley, Alabama zip code on your address, you can come out of that tornado hiding place as the threat has now clearly shifted up here. And this warning polygon is going to include areas near Daphne, also areas near Silver Hill, Robertsdale, Summerdale for the next 20 minutes basically. And let's look downwind of this, because there are going to be some areas that are not listed on the map, like Bell Forest, like Montrose in through here, some smaller place names that are involved in this active tornado warning. Just to kind of set the scene for what you're looking at geographically here, this is US Highway 98 that runs from I-10 at Spanish Fort back down to Fairhope. And so Montrose and Daphne, you are still included in this tornado warning polygon. But if you are in the city of Fairhope, let's say from Alabama Highway 104 back down to Point Clear, you're okay. So that means that downtown Fairhope is now out of the polygon and you can go about your lives. This tornado is clearly going to pass to the northeast, I should say, of the city of Fairhope. So a narrow path in through here in southern Baldwin County. Possible tornado is right in through here, coming into areas near Robertsdale and the intersection of Alabama Highway 104 and Alabama Highway 59. This is US Highway 90 right here, and that is out of the polygon going towards Elsinore. So no issues in Elsinore, but there is a part of Highway 90 that is involved in this polygon from, let's say, Loxley back over to near Spanish Fort, really Bell Forest and areas near Malbus. So that's your tornado warning. A very, very small polygon at this point. And again, this is a classic example of the beauty of the polygon system, because again, Baldwin County is a massive county. It is the largest county by area in the state of Alabama. And so only a small part of Baldwin County is involved in this active tornado warning. And it is specifically for areas near Summerdale, Robertsdale, Loxley, Bell Forest, Malbus, Silver Hill. Those are the areas in the core tornado risk at this point due to that thing. That's your possible tornado lifting just like that. And so that signature is certainly not the best tornado signature I've ever seen on radar, but at the same time, it certainly does look better than some of the previously warned thunderstorms that we had earlier today, that when we had tornado warnings. And so certainly could have a tornado down near Robertsdale, coming into Robertsdale, really from the southeast, moving off to the northwest right now. Let's look at our NWS chat feed to see if we have any updates. Weather Service suggesting as of a few minutes ago that the circulation center is holding its own near County Highway 32, which is just to the east of Summerdale. Let's go back over to LD1. And again, this is going to be very, very tough to see on the reflectivity product, which is the classic radar view. And look, so much red in here, that is indicative of very heavy torrential downpours of rain at this point. But your possible tornado is on the back flank of this, right in through here, coming into areas near Summerdale. We'll zoom in there real tightly. And here's Summerdale. You see Summerdale, NOLF. What in the world does that mean? Naval Outlying Field. So in other words, there's an airport right in through here where some of those Navy planes from Whiting Field occasionally practice. If you know where that is, possible tornado is very near there, coming into areas near Robertsdale right now. And thinking about Robertsdale, of course, you have the Greer's grocery store. Greer's is a Red Zone Weather sponsor. If you are near or in that Greer's grocery store at Robertsdale, we need you to be in a safe place right now. Lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors. Same thing on the north side of town, near the intersection of Highway 90 and 59, and through there where all the decorative flags are right there. We need you to be sheltered if you live within 5 miles of that specific landmark. You've also got areas out here near Silver Hill involved in this tornado warning. Possible tornado is moving just like that into areas near Robertsdale and Silver Hill as of 12:57 p.m. Seeing anything in the comments worth passing along? Have you had any reports of power outages? Okay, yeah, let us know if your power is out. I haven't said that so far today. It is always immensely helpful, especially in these tornado-warned zones, to know if your power is out, because even if you don't have tornado damage, often if we start seeing repetitive reports of power being out, that lets us know that something has happened. But according to Bruce, who is our executive producer, so far we have not seen that just yet, and so that certainly is a good sign. We will be getting a position update from the National Weather Service very shortly on Hurricane Ida. In fact, you know what? That has just come across our feed. And so what we're telling you about Hurricane Ida is that the storm continues to move inland in Mississippi as a Category 4 hurricane. We'll go back to the satellite view and show you that in a minute. Let's go back over to the iPad, please, sir, because this is your possible tornado right now very near Robertsdale. And this is moving off to the northwest at about 40 miles per hour. And you know what? With that, I think we've just seen a cancellation. Let me verify that. Yeah, the Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning. And so what that means is we can give a tornado all clear to areas that were previously included in this tornado warning. So if I call you out, you get an all clear. You can go about your lives. We may have more tornado warnings a bit later, but for now, you get an all clear if you are in Daphne, Montrose, Fairhope, Spanish Fort, areas near Bell Forest, Malbus, Loxley, Silver Hill, Robertsdale, Summerdale, and areas near Foley and Alberta. Let's quickly, before we get out of your hair, let's go back over to the satellite view if we can. Give me one moment to get that up on our screen, because I do want to show you Hurricane Ida as the situation stands right now. There we go. Let's go back over to LD1, please, sir. There we go. And look at this. Wow, a classic textbook view of a landfalling hurricane. Center of the storm is now just to the northwest of Grand Isle, Louisiana. I saw a report earlier on Twitter that suggested Grand Isle has had confirmed wind gusts of up to 130 miles per hour before the anemometer failed. And so that's how strong these winds near the center of Hurricane Ida are, so much so that it's damaging the weather equipment designed to measure the wind speeds. And so when you start getting winds in excess of 140, 150 miles an hour, that's going to happen, any storm. Here's Ida. Center of the storm right now is moving to the northwest at about 13 miles an hour. Look at what's happening here in New Orleans. All of these clouds continue to stream in, and I would imagine around the city of New Orleans right now is the time that that area is going to start experiencing hurricane force winds. And so in addition to the other hazards, storm surge, heavy rainfall that could lead to flash flooding, also New Orleans could have catastrophic wind damage, particularly in areas just to the south of the actual city of New Orleans. So Ida is going to continue to move just like this, and ultimately it's going to turn more to the north. And so what that means is you could get a situation where the eye wall goes right over the city of New Orleans and right over Baton Rouge here in Louisiana. And so certainly in this area, you want to be hunkered down if you're not already in this part of central Louisiana that's ahead of the storm. Let's go back over to the radar view quickly. There we go. And we'll put this in motion for you because across our local area, we will continue to have showers and thunderstorms over the next several hours. We're very concerned about these storms down in the Gulf of Mexico that continue to broadly rotate. And these are the storms that could produce tornado warnings across our area over the next few hours. If we have more tornado warnings, we will of course bring those to you in the Red Zone Weather app, and we'll jump straight back on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest. I hope you have a wonderful evening, week. We'll see you soon.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.